Last night, Bluey died. I went outside this morning to check on him, and he was gone. Oh, I mean gone, like he wasn't there. So, of course, I assumed he was dead. Fish can't fly. Herons can fly. They can fly away with your fish. I read that in a book about pond life and their predators. Oh, you never, ever see them do the deed. But you just know they're the ones, the opportunists, plotting against your vulnerable koi pond, bent on committing koi obliteration. Herons are these pterodactyl-like predators with long necks and huge wingspans and very sharp spear-like beaks. Did you know that herons not only eat large fish, but they also swallow large water birds whole, and they can even swallow large rodents like gophers without even chewing? Well, I hope Bluey gave his aerial assassin a hard time wriggling around in his damn throat. I hope he made him choke on the way down. I used to like birds. Bluey was the first fish in my pond. After some time, I added 3 more to keep him company, you know. And I did everything I could to protect them from predators. I added netting and ugly heron decoys and lots of large green plants for camouflage. But nothing was foolproof. And this year was a disaster. 2 fish got caught up in the net and died. One died of natural causes, whatever that would be in a fish. I don't know, maybe he had a parasite or a virus. Well, we all know how deadly viruses can be. Bluey was the sweetest of them all. Oh, I know, it sounds crazy to be so attached to a fish, but I remember what the pond guy told me when I was thinking about getting a koi pond in my backyard. It was 4 years ago, and the pond guy was going on and on about how people love their koi ponds and how it'll bring me joy and change my life and my outlook and blah, 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 blah. Well, I remember making some offhanded remark about, like, how can anyone in their right mind get attached to some stupid fish? Well, boy, was he insulted. He began to lecture me. He said, "Mister, you just wait. You'll see, once you start naming your fish, and oh yes, you're going to name them, and when you do that, you'll change your mind. You will have a new outlook, and you'll have a new change of heart. You'll see." Well, after that little sermon, I swore up and down I would never, ever name my fish. Of all the crazy things. Bluey was a slow learner. Okay, he was not the brightest fish in the pond. He could never find his food. He would eyeball the pellets. He would circle round and around, and then he would submerge, circle around again. Then he would slowly resurface, zero in, and go for it. But despite Bluey's aquatic acrobatics, he would open his large mouth, aim for the target, and bam! Miss every single time, every last pellet. Well, As a new fish owner and pond enthusiast, I became dismayed at Bluey's lack of koi coordination. Uh, I thought maybe he had some sort of fish eye degeneration. So I tried to put my hand in the water first, swish it around, and then drop the pellets. Crazy me, I thought I would signal him with some sort of, I don't know, water wave vibration. Maybe crazy, but it worked. I got his attention. Here's what I did. I put my hand in the water, splashed it around, waited for him to look at me. I dropped the pellets, and there he scarfed every one of them down, every time. And that's when I named him Bluey. He had one beautiful blue fin. He eventually learned how to eat all of the pellets right from my hand. That was a skill that none of the other fish could ever master. Of course, as I got to know each fish, I got to see what their behavior pattern would be, and I named them all. Every last one. Just like the pond guy said I would. Bastard. You know, once you name them, it becomes personal. You no longer just have fish. They have personalities. Some are predictable, some are shy, some are quirky, some are downright aggressive. But you can always find something to relate to. Bluey and the gang taught me how to persevere. No matter what their differences, no matter what their abilities, they were able to coexist and not only learn to survive, but they thrived together through 4 sun-baked summers and 4 icy winters. But this year was different in the pond and in the world. I lost many friends, and those that remain are keeping their distance. They're just trying to survive, I understand. But I'm optimistic. I am. Maybe next spring I will restock the pond with lots and lots of new fish. And I'll get to know each one of them. And maybe, just maybe, in the fall, old friends will come around again. And I look forward to making new acquaintances. And the more diverse, the better. And I can't wait to learn all of their names.